Jalen Brunson getting off the ball. You know me, I did not expect this. I always expect what I've seen so far, potential of whatever you've done so far. And the last couple of games now, Brunson, he adapted Mike Brown's system, but now for him to just turn into a point guard,
Point guard.
the
Um,
hell?
a Fleet always asks this question, right, about players. Have they reached their peak? Can they take their game to another level, right? Is there another level that they can unlock, right? And this is another way for Brunson to become a better basketball player and step his game to another level, right? Flea, we know he can get a shot anytime, but what have we always spoke about before the season started? Yo, if Brunson could average 22 and 10, 25, like, remember, instead of averaging 28, average 24 and give out 3-4 more assists, right? This is, Flea, I got to ask you, is this another level that Brunson can take his game up to make us that much better of a ball club?
I totally agree. Like it could take us to another level. Now we're not predictable. Now you don't come out and say, okay,
Great
if we
point.
stop Brunson, then the Knicks are done.
Great point.
Nah, upgrade the scouting report. Hey, all these assistant coaches around the league, start upgrading that scouting report. Because when things are rolling, we hitting shots, you got to defend OG. You got to defend Karl. Shamit is shooting the ball well. Mikal Bridges shoots. You know, when our weapons are letting that thing fly, you can't game plan for Brunson. And now he's willingly, like Fabian has been saying all day long, he's willingly passing the basketball. Like willingly passing the basketball. So now I don't feel like I gotta force it. We've had a slow start against San Antonio. We were down against Houston. We had a slow start against the Thunder. We had a slow start against the Denver Nuggets today, right? And in all those games, I never get the feeling like Brunson starts pressing, meaning like taking bad shot. He's getting guys involved, and that's what the next level for him is. Trust your guys. You don't have to go 25 shots tonight and bring us back in the game on your back. Nah, you can rely on some other guys.
It looks like Brunson may have replaced Cat in Mike Brown's system and initiating that offense. That's what tonight looked like to me. Because he's always talking about Cat is the one initiating it and wanting him to have all these responsibilities. But maybe they either simplified it or now you got Brunson. Maybe he's just playing point guard. But the fact that he was getting this many people involved and trying to get this many people open for me, it's like maybe they finally figured out, yo, if that's not what Cat naturally does, Brunson don't naturally do it either. So how come you're not challenging the best player on the team to do something?
You always
That was good.
impress. You always fucking impress. You
That was
always
good.
fucking impress me. It's always a day. Don't do that. Just take the compliment. And you always fucking impress me with some funny shit. I like the way you look at that, though. Honestly, I like the way you look at that. Because now, okay, if Cat is not gonna accept the challenge of trying to figure out the Mike Brown system, let's roll with Jalen Brunson figuring it out. It's okay. You just be you, Cat. I got it. I'm gonna adjust. The captain is gonna adjust. Hey, you did good, Ray. Like what you did there.
That was great.
It's a great point, for real.
But we also, because remember, we give Jalen Brunson flack, right? We get on his head top when he drives us crazy. But these last two games, 15 assists per, right? That's nothing to sneeze at. That's also not only Mike Brown, but that's also Jalen Brunson understanding and realizing in real time what he has to do, making the adjustment in real time to go, okay, I ain't got my shot going. My guys is rolling. Shamit, OG, right? Cat. Look at Mitch. Lobs. So you got to commend him because this is when Fabian talks about Tom Brady, right, as a leader, as the captain, Derek Jeter. This is what he's talking about. I'm going to lead my guys to the win no matter what it takes, whether it's me scoring, whether it's me not being the cone, whether it's me not turning the ball over or whether it's me getting 15 assists. This is what the captain and the leader of a team is supposed to look like.
And it's great that you brought up Tom Brady because of all the different offensive styles that he had to lead. Even when the game changed, they helped change the game of football. And he had to lead the way. He had to always take out, the quarterback had to take out their offensive lineman. But Belichick and Brady, you know, Brady being a 6th-round pick, Belichick it was easy for him to challenge him because Brady had that underdog. I'm not really a number 1 draft pick mentality. I still got to fight. And Belichick kind of, I won't say took advantage of it, but he worked with that. He knew what he had there because the normal Dan Marino types, they're going to look at you like, yo, I'm Dan Marino, bro. And Brady couldn't ever really do that. And Brunson couldn't do that till he got here and gained success. Mike Brown walks in and we're wondering, like, Mike Brown, we know Jalen Brunson not a natural point guard. You know, I didn't like Cat. But all of a sudden, everything gets to marry. Everybody gets what they want at this point. Everybody wanted, even if you were a super Jalen Brunson fan, you wanted him to pass the ball more. You wanted Cat to be involved. You wanted somebody to lead this offense. Mike Brown needed somebody to save this offense because we knew as good as it wasn't, we weren't impressed. But the last 2 nights, even in a loss against OKC, it was impressive, aside from that stupid 2-man game that I will always refer to as the turning point in Jalen Brunson's career. If you could do that with Hart, you could do that with the rest of the team, bro. That was really the bottom.
We look like we play good basketball. Like to get 15 assists in back-to-back games, that's not by mistake. Now, granted, we lost against OKC, but they're the champions. They have the current MVP until someone else wins it, right? We know the juggernauts that they are. And we hung in there and we had ample opportunities to win that ball game. But tonight, the style of basketball that we played, we looked like a legit basketball team. We didn't look one-dimensional. And for me, Brunson has to understand that. Like, we're clamoring and thirsty for a championship. We're not thirsty for you to be an MVP. We're not thirsty to get back to a conference finals. We're thirsty to win a championship. And he has to understand that. And he has to take his game to another level. You have the pieces. You have the pieces. And we see when they're put together and played, right? This is the outcome. This is the result. So for me, I love this play from him because it doesn't look clunky. He's not turning the ball over. He's not going 1-on-4. He's not taking contested shots. He's getting the ball out of his hand. So I love this style of basketball because I said it again. The only way we're going to win is if we play like this. Flea, have I not been since the beginning of the season? I'm like, the team that we have to win as a collective. Everybody has to throw their individual agendas out the window. Brunson, don't get mad if you only got 9 points. We got the win. And if we can play like this night in and night out and fight for one another and understand who has the hot hand and you ride that wave and we play defense, this is the results.
Oh, Flea, I was going to say real quick, if Brunson keeps this up, like, now we're talking about, this is unbelievable. I know it's the Denver Nuggets and we match up well against them, but we did it against OKC too. If he keeps this up, I disagree, AllBall. The MVP doesn't have to average 30 points. You average 15 assists for the rest of the season, and we have a good enough mark. We can catch up to number 2, number 1 seed. He's going to start to somehow sneak into the MVP conversation because this is MVP style play for me.
You just change and adapt to what's going on, and obviously recognize when you don't gotta go. Because like I would be interested to see what he's shooting for the last 5 to 6 games. He's not shooting it well, so it's not like he's shooting it well and facilitating. I just like the fact that he has great recognition right now. Right. If the first quarter of the game, my shot is not falling, I'm not going to jack up a bunch of shots all game long. I'm going to get my other guys involved. I'm going to pick my spots and score when necessary. But I'm not going to turn it into a duel, me against the opposing guard. It ain't got to be that every night. Those certain nights call for that, and you got the arsenal that can match that. But other nights call for, OG Anunoby got it rolling. Can't nobody on the Denver Nuggets stop him? Get him the basketball, please. Mitchell Robinson is rolling hard to the rim tonight. He's setting great screens. Get a lob up to him a couple of different times at the rim. Like, just have the great recognition, and that's what Jalen Brunson is doing right now.
By the way, last 4 games, Jalen Brunson combined with tonight is shooting 36% now, Flea. And we'll take that if it means undefeated. Indiana is a real test because don't forget the last game we got blown out, but the game before that, after the NBA Cup, Jalen Brunson needed a game winner so we can beat them.
Agree.
That's the real test to see if you this point guard shit you trying this impersonation you doing, Jalen Brunson, you real about it? I want to see what you do when them hard is on you. I want to see what happens with the Pacers because Rick Carlisle knows what you want to do. He knows all your tendencies, and you tend to hold on to the ball for a score. Now, can you hold on to the ball to set your teammates up? Because this, if he impresses us against the Pacers with this style of play, I'm about to go all ball crazy, Fleet. I will go all ball crazy for the MVP him. You play like this, you will be the MVP.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.